Okay guys, easy and straightforward. What this guys does is helping you to set up your render passes in Blender and without touching the nodes compositor, without touching the view layer and all that you have been into this know very much. Okay, so first that's simple scene. Okay, that's a simple scene, right? So if you go here, after you install your add-on, like the way you install any add-on over there, install add-on on the zip file, install the zip file, and you should be good to go. So you go to your output because I believe that layer passes belongs to output, not view layer. That's my opinion. So I put it there here in the render output. Okay. So just below the render output, I put it my render pass export manager here. Okay. Once you open this guy, that's what you see. Don't worry about this. This is explaining you how it works. Okay. So, but the add-on is here. Okay. So first you have starter set. Starter set is like what the add-ons believes that are the most basic passes that you want. Okay. And then add some mist, shadow, ambient occlusion, normals. Okay. Some of them they will add as an open EXR format. You can change it to PNG if you want. Okay, because those are the most common for composition. Okay, but anyways, let's clear these nodes and let's add manually ourselves. Okay, let's add one combine beauty pass. Okay, let's add one more, which will be the compositor output file. The reason for that is because, let me show you here. Let me open my compositor. I have these compositor nodes, and if you have a setting of compositing nodes here, okay, you would like to have this compositor output because this is whatever you have been compositing here with effects and all. That will be this will be the pass. Okay, so let's add something else. Maybe the diffuse indirect. Yeah, something else. Maybe the ambient occlusion. I don't know. Maybe the glossy direct. Yeah, glossy direct. Yeah. Okay. Let's say you set up your basic render pass, the render pass you most work with. Okay. So first of all, you can choose where to save those independently. Let me choose somewhere else. Okay. Maybe here inside this guy. Okay. And you have here just a global output folder. This is an output that will all the render passes will be saved if you want. Okay, if you want, you set up here. I set it up render pass test accept, and then I apply to all. Look at this. Immediately, this will change because it will basically save all the passes in the same folder for you. Okay, easy like that, right? So let's say you like this setup for your presets. Let's just add a denoise output for the glossy, maybe the ambient occlusion as well. Some passes, if you don't have the noise on them, and they will come noisy, okay? Because Blender just denoise the beauty pass, the main pass, okay? But all of the render pass, they are not denoised at all. So, but here you can use a denoise output to all of them, okay? So let's say that you like this setup, and you can put here my setup, okay, and you save it, right? As soon as you save it, that will be here always, okay? Let clear this list, and you can go here to your my setup, load, and your list will be here loaded as you did, okay? Pretty handy, right? So right now, the only thing that you have to do is build your output nodes. Once you build it, your output nodes, let me show you what it's mean to happen. Okay, for render pass tests, that's the render pass screen That's the folder, right? I set it up here. So if I press F12 and let's see what's gonna happen. Blender will render and then we'll save the render passes just right there, just as you set it up. Okay, so this is the guy, right? This is the compositor, my compositor. This is the diffuse indirect by denoiser. This is the glossy direct, right? And ambient occlusion, anyway, right? So that's it. That's the add-on. One more thing that I believe it's important. So since Blender, I forgot the version. Blender removed the render the shadow pass. There is no shadow pass anymore here, right? So you have to do some combination for to have in the composite to have something similar to your shadow pass, right? I don't know, they never added that to it, but that it's a pass that it is in most of the compositors and most of the render 3D softwares out there. I don't know, maybe they forgot that, maybe that's not a priority. Shadow Catcher doesn't do the job, so uh, what I did was I hacked more or less this pass, right? So I can add another pass here, call it shadow, right? Shadow pass. I will denoise that as well, right? And I will save that as my preset again. So let's test. If I load it, okay, my shadow will be here, fine. And then I just build the output node again to make sure that the shadow pass that was included here will be in the render. And then let me check it out again, right? Here, and the pass tests. Let me add just one more. I will add a glossy direct, a glossy indirect, right? Now also put it as a to denoise, right? Batch output, save my render, my preset, and then let's see what it's gonna happen. Okay, there we go. Then let it finishing, and then it starts to save all the passes there, right? So this is the pass I was talking about. This is the glossy indirect. Let me show you this. Glossy indirect, right? And glossy indirect, and the shadow pass, right? Is a hack, but it's a shadow pass that you can more or less use to treat your shadows inside your compositor, right? Or your software that you like for compositing. Okay, so that's just a demonstration. It works well, and that's how I believe it should be in Blender. And I know some people request that for a long time, and now you have it. So you check it out, my Patreon. These two will be available on my Patreon. Also, lots of other tools. I created my Patreon recently, so that's not that there are not that many tools there, but I'm putting something uh, basically every day. It's not going to be like that, but because I have so many things that I built myself to help improve productivity in Blender, and also tons and tons of models I'm going to be putting there, all for the members and the free members, the free tires, they get a few things, but the paid member they got them all. Okay, so all the products that I have, they will be there available for the paid member, and it's very cheap. It's $5 Canadian, so it's less than 5 US dollars, I believe. I believe if it's not, it's 5 US dollars. Okay, and you help me to keep doing this and maintain those products and keep improving that. For because my goal is to always to build up my productivity, and that will reflect on your productivity as well. And becoming a member, you will help me to keep doing that. Okay. And if you don't like to be a member, you will be also able to buy that in a Patreon. Also, in the Super Hive, hopefully in Gumroad as well. Check it out. Check it out my other products link in the link below as well. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm so happy for this. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Jesus. Yeah. So I'll see you in the next video. If you like my video, thumbs up. And yeah, take care and mainly take it easy. Don't do just 3D in your life because life is much more than that. Okay, but do 3D because it's pretty cool.